Break it down.
Hey, welcome to America's Home for Inspiration. I am Dr. Inspiration, Tommy Watson. Hey, I send you greetings from my office here in Charlotte, North Carolina. I hope all is well for you today. Hey, you know it's been said that a pipe gives a wise person time to think and a fool something to simply put in his mouth. You know, each of us has to decide on a journey in life which of those two individuals we're going to be. Are we going to sit back and be the person who kind of just floats through life, hoping that things happen for us, waiting for time to pass, and again, hoping that things work in our favor? Or are we going to be like the wise person who becomes very, very intentional and sits back and thinks about his life in terms of how things are going to play out and what role we're going to play in our life being what we want it to be? You know, this month we're going to be talking about engineering intentional living. Engineering intentional living. And you know, when I think about engineering intentional living, the person who really comes to mind is a person we all very much love and care about and admire, Oprah Winfrey. And Oprah Winfrey is a person who I really showcase a lot in my new book called The Resilience of Champions, which will be coming out in June, and be sure to pick it up. But in the book I talk about how Oprah was once fired from her first job as a news anchor. And she was fired because she became too emotionally involved in her stories. She was then placed into a failing talk show, and on that path she discovered that her audience and viewers actually enjoyed the fact that she was emotionally involved. And she then became very, very intentional about using the emotional connection in which she got from her audience to help her be successful and make her stories better connect with her viewers. She became so intentional that launched her into her career with the Oprah Winfrey Show. And like it said before, the rest is history. She's very, very successful. Now, if you want to learn more about that journey, again, be sure to pick up my book, The Resilience of Champions. There'll be more information to come on that. So now, let's talk about a couple tips. If we're going to all move forward and become engineers of intentional living, a couple things we're going to have to do. First thing, we have to decide what's important to us. Okay? You know, when I left being a school principal, a lot of folks were asking me the question, why are you leaving being a principal? And what I had to share was, beyond my faith and my family, what was really important to me was my freedom. I wanted financial freedom as well as freedom of time. So I had to make a decision at that point in time, what was going to be the best thing that was going to give me a chance to do that. And I figured being an entrepreneur was going to be the route for me. The other thing is, we have to then decide and write out, okay, what we're passionate about. So what is it that drives you? What is it that gets you up each morning, gets you fired up and ready to go? And for me, it was all about making a difference in the lives of people and inspiring people to be better. So you have to decide, what is it that drives you? What is it that keeps you going? What is it that keeps you going when everyone else is telling you you can't do it? What is it that keeps you fired up? Write that thing down, and that begins your journey of engineering intentional living. So I mentioned before, my new book coming out, The Resilience of Champions. Okay? Have you ever wondered why some people bounce back from adversity quicker than others? Well, hey, in my book, Resilience of Champions, I'm going to give you 6 things that are guaranteed to change your total perspective on adversity. And they're things that are going to be very practical and help you bounce back from any struggle that you may be facing in life. Again, there'll be more information to come on that in June. Until then, be inspired. Live an engineering life of intentionality, and I'll see you next time. Be inspired.